Welcome back, everybody. My name is Dragagon, and this is Gregtech New Horizons. So I'm following, not quite on the heels of the previous video, but it is a bit later. Let's see here. Most of the last video was recorded yesterday. I recorded the very end of it this morning, and now sitting here in the afternoon, or in the evening rather, recording this next video. So I went ahead and did what I said, which was I was going to create an entire stack of HV circuits. Now that will go nicely with my other set of circuits that are right here. So I've got a stack of LV, a stack of MV, and now a stack of HV. Now the reason I wanted that stack of HV is because I wanted to first knock out this quest right here, trying to take care of each of these machines so that I could start looking at some other stuff to be made. So I can start off by taking care of the conveyor module. I can also do this guy here and get both of those pistons. And unfortunately, I miscalculated. I thought I would have enough with just that. I need to get one more piece of gold in order to make one more set of wires. Well, that's coming up. I did a little bit more plant breeding. I'm trying not to bog myself down with a bunch of plant breeding because, as you know, that burns me out, and there aren't too many plants that I need anymore. I mean, yeah, I've got the whole list that I want to go through, but the immediate need ones I'm pretty much done with. Let's see, that's circuit 24. There's two more of those. Oh, I'm going to need one more anyway. Let's see here. So I have the piston. I have two motors. I have those two guys. I have the one chip. And the reason I made more motors than that is because I was planning immediately to go into making another, yeah, so I'm going to need, I'm going to need another 2 pieces of gold here. And I'm going to need another 4 rubber because I am trying to also make the pump. And then I can be done with that quest, which will hopefully open up some more stuff, namely I am trying to get to that HV miner. I'm going to be creating a couple more gas turbines. Actually, it may be a gas turbine. It may end up being the diesel turbines, because I am up here trying to duplicate the goldfish plant and the rape or canola plant, just so that I can collect seed oil and fish oil and start down that path. Over here I've got pyrolucium where I'm trying to duplicate it. I made, as you can see in my inventory, I made a ton of stainless steel dust. The pyrolucium goes towards getting the magnesium. I can never remember which of the two it wants. But anyway, it is going towards making those so that I can, oh, what is it? So that I can get the diesel and work on getting towards the cetane boosted diesel, and then start using cetane wherever I am doing things. In particular, it'd be nice to have a combustion generator hooked up to the advanced miner so that I don't have to refuel it as often, especially in preparation for going to the moon, where there are a few ores that I am going to want to dig all the way up. So that will be on my list of things to do. Let's see here. The last thing I need to do here is those two, one of those, and of course I'm one motor short because I wasn't thinking about it. And I can't do that in this one. I need to do that over here. So one of those, those two, that, and that. There we go. So that should ding me complete for that. In the meantime, let's get that started. And I'm probably going to need another motor anyway, so let's just do a second motor. Grab some steel. let's see, and then I'm going to need, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 gold for that, and 6 silver for the rest. Oh, but that's only for one of them. Another 4 gold. Another 6 silver. There we go. And then that. All of that. Throw those 4 in there. And yeah, so I'm just going to get these 2 more motors picked up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then take those, grab those. But I figure, in any case, I can get to work on, let's see, what's next? Ah, yes, see, opens up everything. Dimensional goal moon, definitely something to work towards. There is the advanced miner that I was expecting to see. Let's see here. Assembler 3, HV energy hatch, HV bender. Ah, the field generators. I was wondering when field generators were going to pop into play. Those guys are necessary to get the Ender IO, those transport blocks so that you can jump between different places. That would be nice. HV chemical reactor I am going to need eventually. Playing with dust. Universal macerator. I already have that. Oh, I bet I could just do this. That was one of the first things I made with my HV chips. That and this turbine here, because it is extremely handy to have those. Yeah, there we go. Universal macerator. Look at that. Done one more HV quest. Woohoo! 16 of those. Need to make those into wires. And then what happened to the other silver I had? Oh, right, there. Huh. Man, I'm crazy tonight. Let's see here. So let's put in the rubber there. One of those guys, one of those guys, 2 of those there. Oh, I'm going to need to do the motor first, so that's kind of pointless. 1, 2, 1, 2. And I'm going to need 1 more of those. Those 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then those guys as well. There is those. Get that guy there ready. All right. And this will get me the other robot arm. And if we take a look really quick at the... Ooh, that unlocked... Oh, the large sifter. Very nice. That would definitely be something worthwhile to get so that I can get more out of my infused stones. It's also probably something that I can make use of in order to get the garnet that I need in order to make the in order to grow my gardenia plants. That's another one of the plants that I have on my list that I can't quite duplicate right now. So got to work on all those things. Once I finish up with this, I'll take take a break, work on the parts I need for that advanced miner and probably another turbine, and we will catch you back here after a bit. So here we go. Those three and one of those. There we go. Robot arm. So I am going to work on the auto miner. The auto miner, I've got those two, so I just need to make another piston, make a sensor, which is one of the circuits, some stainless steel, a chrome rod, and then an eye of ender. The eye of ender, fortunately, I have the ender blooms up above, so I have a ton of ender eyes there. Otherwise, I would have to wait until I finished this the HV chemical reactor, and then I could make them myself. But since I don't have to wait for that, I am not going to. There is probably the quest, though, is to make the scanners, and emitters are probably after that. So I'll have to wait on those, but that's all right. I am sure I will be making more scanners and emitters in the future, especially if I need to make like the MV circuit assembler and getting stuff into a clean room. So I'll be back after a bit. See you a bit. All right, I am back, and have I got a disaster for y'all in store here. I have spent most of the day making materials in the EBF, making materials in the bricked blast furnace, and doing stuff in the garage just because it takes a lot of time with my limited benzene setup. So what do I have in store for you today? Well, I have here 19 MV motors. From that, I'm going to make this set of 7, what are these guys? 7 pumps. There we go. And oops, I only need 7 of those. I don't need 14 in there. Give me half those back. There we go. So there are 7 pumps. 6 of these pumps are going into making those wonderful, oh, what are they called? Super tanks. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, the reason I am making 6 of them is I want to get the 5 materials I've talked about before: oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, chlorine, and fluorine. And then in addition to that, I wanted one extra one in order to collect sulfuric acid. As you can see, I have a couple of quests dinging complete there. One of the ones I wanted to run through is this guy, trying to get through the Project Red stuff. Okay, it's going to take me a bit to get that stuff, but that's all right. I am going to focus on the other stuff. You can see here I have everything I need for my advanced miner. So there's that. Let's see here. I'm going to need some place to put all this stuff because I have plenty more coming down the pipe here. Let's go ahead and leave it at that. The next thing that I want to work on is I'm going to need an assembler, but not just any assembler. I'm going to need, actually, I'm going to have to build these other ones first. I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, no, not even those yet. That guy first. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, I'm supposed to make 4 of these, sorry. Let me just go ahead and get that done. There we go. And those. So there's 4 pistons, 2 of which will go into making a pair of robot arms. So let's see here. Oh, there are the other 4 I need. There's that. There's those. I also need, not that one, this one. 2 of these guys. So there we go. 2 robot arms, that's good. Let's see here. Next up, I will need, oh, right, 2 conveyors. There we go, and that is the rest of that. Now, with that done, I can go with, not that. Let's go with assembling instead of assembler. Here we go. The advanced assembling machine. And I don't have all of my, sorry, copper wires. There we go. Oh, and that's not going to be enough. That is for these other things. I guess I will go ahead and get this guy done first, and then I'll focus on some of those other guys. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those guys, I believe. No, 2 of those were for the robot arms we already created. Here we go. Ah, right. It also wants me to make those. Let's go ahead and do that. Stick 4 of those in there, 8 of those in there, and then in here I'm putting all 60 of those polyethylene sheets because I may as well also get out the 26 of these guys that I'm going to make. Here we go. Now maybe I can actually put this together. No, it still doesn't want me to. Oh, because I'm now out of the cables that I just put away, or that I just used up. Alright, so let me get a set of cables here. I am going to need 2 for that guy. And let's get some of that done. And we'll just grab these 26 here. Clearly, I did not come completely prepared when I was making this stuff. Along with the assembling machine, I'm also going to be making a fluid extractor. So let's see what, I think that one just needs 2 pieces of glass and 2 more of those guys. So let's put another set in there, another 2 in there, grab those 2, and then grab 2 pieces of glass. That'll work for that one. The next one is an arc furnace. The advanced arc furnace is going to take 2 sets of copper cables, 3 more aluminum plates. Okay, I don't have any more aluminum, so that guy's going to have to wait. I didn't realize that was going to need that. And then an extruder. And let me guess, that's a graphite cell, yeah. And the extruder just needs some copper nickel. All right, so it seems I need a bit more time to get everything together for my MV line. But basically what I am doing is I set out to get all the materials together that I needed in order to craft all those materials for the 5 different lines, and then also all the different machines that I would need in order to set up an LV circuit maker. So as I get things built here, I guess I will have to work on that stuff. Advanced assembling machine. Let's see here. Can't do the extruder yet because I'm missing stuff. Go figure. Fluid extractor. That. 2 cables. 2 of those. That. And 2 pieces of glass. There we go. Fluid extractor. Done. Alright, so I am going to work on getting the materials together for that arc furnace and the extruder. And then in addition to that, I am also going to get the rest of the materials that I will need together because I've got another 26 machines that I'm going to be making. Namely, they are a circuit assembler, an assembler, 2 fluid extractors, 3 alloy smelters, 2 compressors, a forge hammer, a macerator, a centrifuge, 4 electrolyzers, 4 wire mills, 2 bending machines, and 3 more fluid canners. And I will be cannibalizing the this this electrolyzer and this fluid canner, because that is my hydrogen setup already done right there. So I will be grabbing those things. But let me gather up some more parts and we will start working on the rest of these machines. Alright, here we go with the last of the stuff there for the advanced extruder. There we go, the advanced extruder, and then that arc furnace. Oh, I don't quite have the stuff for the arc furnace. That is on its way. As soon as this guy, oh, that guy's done. Excellent. There we go, 3 aluminum. And get that bent into plates real quick. There we go. And that is all 4 of the MV machines that I wanted to make. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and put those guys in here because this is what I will be using. So assembling machine, fluid extractor, arc furnace, advanced extruder. Not sure why I have an advanced turbine in my... I don't think I picked that up from anywhere. Oh well, I guess I have an advanced gas turbine as well. Nice. That may be capable of running this guy, the advanced miner. I'm gonna have to give that a shot. I want to see if this guy is able to output enough voltage to run that thing. That'd be pretty interesting if it did. Slap it right next to each other, throw some benzene in it, and watch it go to town with just an MV turbine. The reason for that is because it's got a slightly better fuel efficiency, 90 instead of 85 for the HV one. So it might be worth giving it a go. Anyway, that takes care of the LV machine, or sorry, MV machines. But now I have all of these things here that I was going to use to make the LV machines. So let's start with an assembling. Let's see, the basic assembling machine. Alright. Oh. And this is where I'm going to run into problems again. I do not have any tin cables on me. So I am probably going to need to make a set of tin cables. Let's just go ahead and throw all those guys in there for right now. There's plenty more rubber then to get them taken care of. Let's start with this guy here. There we go. And so we have our two, those two, and those two. And there's my second assembler, the first one being this guy right down in there. And of course they aren't stackable. That's fantastic. That's going to make me have even more stuff to have to carry. Next up is the basic circuit assembling machine. That's a robot arm and... okay. A robot arm and the emitter. Let's go ahead and get all that taken care of. So, robot arm, emitter, those two guys, and those two guys. Oh, you know what? This is the circuit assembling machine. I betcha that needs a pair of my MV circuits, which are going to be in this one. Dink, dink. There we go. And there is my circuit assembling machine. Next up, I've got 2 fluid extractors. So that's going to take 2 more things of glass here, each. There we go. 4 of those guys. 2 pumps. What else was it? 2 pistons. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 1, 2. Just double check. Yep, 2 fluid extractors. There we go. Next is 3 alloy smelters. Alloy smelters are going to take me a second. I'm going to need, what is this? 2, 4, 6, 8 copper put into wires. There we go. And that'll be for the alloy smelter. Cable, cable, chip, chip, and then wait for this guy to finish up. There's half of it. And then the next thing after this guy is, oh, I need 3 alloy smelters, not just the one. So I need another 16 of those guys. And let's see here, what's next? Let's go with 2 compressors. There we go, basic compressor. Okay, that's just going to need 4 cables each, so I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll work. This guy is almost done. So let's see here. Oops, not those. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. And there's 2 of our alloy smelters. Whew, all of these things are quite a bit to make. There we go. Last of those are made. And there we go. There's that 3rd alloy smelter. The next guy, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then it was 1, 2, 1, 2, I believe. And then 1, 2, 1, 2. And that should be for my 2 compressors. Good deal. Next, I need a forge hammer. The forge hammer I won't be able to do. I think that one requires an anvil. Yes, it does. So I'm going to need to make that another time. Yeah, I definitely don't have an anvil mold, so I'm going to need to make that a bit later. That's going to take me a bit to get the iron together for that, so I'll wait on that one. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take a break here. I'm going to need to gather up a few more parts, especially for a macerator. Well, maybe not. The macerator might only need a diamond. Because the macerator wasn't hard to make in the LV age. Yeah, it just needs a diamond. And a few more tin cables. Alright, let's go ahead and request a diamond. Hey, I've got over a stack in my storage now from the diarrhea up there. Let's see here. So, one of those. Piston motor. And I need a few more of those. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Excellent. There's my other macerator. 2 centrifuges. And that's going to take 4 chips each. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then motor, 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 motor. No, that wasn't quite it. What is it? Oh, reverse those. Ding. Like that. There are 2 centrifuges. All right, let's see here. Basic assembler, those guys, all of those guys. 4 electrolyzers. This might actually take me a second. Electrolyzers. Ooh, gold wire. Okay. Let's see here. So that's going to be 1, 2 times 4 is 8 plus 4 glass. Grab all of those, turn those into wires, and that'll get me the electrolyzers. So let's see here, 4 of those, 4 of those, and 4 of those. And don't worry, in case you guys didn't see, I have a whole nother stack of chips right there. There's enough for those 2. And then we have enough for the other 2, which will take care of my electrolyzers. All this work just to automate stuff, right? Right. There we go. 4 electrolyzers. All right, next up are wire mills. Let's see how many wire mills we can make here. Oh, that's nice and easy. I need 4 wire mills. And I am going to need more tin. But I am slowly winding down on the number of machines I need. I guess the last couple things I need are 2 bending machines, 3 fluid canners. All right, let's see what the bending machine needs. One tin cable each. So it looks like I need a bit more tin. Just grab all of those. And then in addition to the bending machine, fluid canners. Now the reason for the fluid canners, as opposed to, let's say, a like one of the high voltage tanks or whatever, is that the fluid canners actually have the ability to output. They can pop stuff back out. Let's see here. Each of those 3 are going to need 1 of these each. So 1, 2, 3, and then get me a... No, I only want a stack. That'll work. But yeah, those fluid canners can auto output stuff back. So you can actually say item, the item eject, and they will spit cans and stuff back out. Makes them immensely helpful when it comes to setting up automated solutions. All right, 1, 2. One, 2, whoops, 3, 3, and then all 8 of those guys. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 fluid canners. 2 bending machines. Can I do that? Nope. Okay. 2 bending machines. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. And then the wrench. So bending machine, bending machine. There we go. And so the last thing that I have left to make is going to be that forge hammer. I'll go ahead and do that off screen. But there is the forge hammer. It's going to take everything else. So 4 more, 2 chips, the anvil, and I had 1 motor left over. Let's see here. 4 chips, 2 chips. 1, 2, and then 1, 2. And then I will just work on that anvil at another time. I do use this forge hammer, otherwise I could just snag it. That forge hammer I use a lot of times for pulverizing coal ore in order to put into these the coke ovens in order to use to make steel in my old EBF setup. So I still make pretty heavy use of all of those things. Here we go. Oops. So then it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I'll work on that anvil. But anyway, that was everything I wanted to get done this evening. It was going to a great length in order to automate everything necessary in order to get hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine, fluorine, and then I'm going to follow through with doing the sulfuric acid. I'm going to probably complete this offline, or I'll just gather up what I think might be the rest of the materials in order to get this guy all set up. I think some of the materials I can duplicate across those. I don't know if I'll do that on camera or not. But anyway, I will get those quests complete, and then I will also be setting up to start running some diesel. If we go up here, I've been focusing a lot on these oil berries. I think I have about 97 oil berry plants in there with a goal of hitting 150, I think it was, so that I can have a constant never-ending supply of oil and not have to go mess with oil spouts while I am ramping up diesel production. So yeah, lots of progress this time. I hope to have lots of automation in place the next time you guys see me. Probably, like I say, I'm looking to have diesel, looking to make a couple of combustion generators for diesel, and then start working on those other materials in order to get those fluids going. And once I have the fluids up and running, I can start looking at progressing into the clean room, as well as the an automated setup for MV chips, possibly even extending all the way to an automated setup for the HV chips, since all of those, they're cheaper to make the way I make them right now than if I were to go through the clean room setup on the way to EV chips. So it'd be very nice to be able to walk over here, ask for a bunch of chips, wait a good, couple hours while the system processes everything and then spits out a set of chips. So in any case, I will see you guys probably in the next video. Hopefully I will get to that loot dungeon in the next video. I also would like to open up some of these loot bags, like these fortuned IC2 crop loot bags. I may go through them I may go through the other ones anyway. If you guys watch me go through this stuff, it's this one right here. You can see I've got a whole slew of bags here as well that we can go through. I don't know that I will enchant those. I know I want to enchant like the HV, maybe even the EV ones and higher. The moon ones definitely. Just not so sure about enchanting all of those guys. It's going to take quite a bit. I'm probably going to have to go over to like this dungeon, and I need to bring the I need to bring a one of those Ender IO obelisks so that I can rack up lots of experience, stick it in there, and be able to bring it back to the base and start duplicating. Where is it? I've got a Fortune book that they give you. Yeah, there's the Fortune 3 book that they give you for free, so I can start working with that. In any case, I will see you all in the next video. Till then.